Hello everyone, welcome to Life After 40, the podcast where we will be exploring topics that touch our hearts and enrich our lives. My name is Nina, I'm 50 years old, and today's episode is the first one of a playlist that concerns everybody, everyone, whether you're 30, 40, 50 and beyond. It's about aging gracefully. So, get to your cozy spot, grab your favorite drink, maybe a cup of tea, and let's chat about some tips and advice that could help you go through this journey with a little bit of grace. As I said, this is one episode of many in a playlist, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the upcoming episodes that will be very, very interesting. And if you find the content useful, don't forget to share it with a loved one. My first tip is about embracing the right mindset. Aging gracefully is not only about your body, it's about yourself, your whole self. So everything starts with the mind. You want to get to a mindset where you appreciate where you are. But before you can get to appreciate where you are, ask yourself if you've ever really appreciated yourself in the past when you were younger. I'm pretty sure, well, if you're like me, when you were younger, you had also issues about your age. And with every age, every step in life, we always have issues with ourselves. So sometimes we think the matter is the age, but maybe if you're not feeling comfortable with aging, maybe it's not really about the age. Maybe it's about yourself, about how you view yourself, how you appreciate yourself. So that's why it is my first tip to start there, because most of us don't really know ourselves. If someone asks us who we are, we might say our name and the career path that we've chosen. Those are things in our life that do not define us. Those are sometimes influenced by our parents, our friends, the media, even before social media. Everybody has something to say. Everybody still has something to say about everything, and we are getting all of that into our mind, into our brain, into ourselves without realizing that most of our choices aren't even ours. So I think it is the right moment in our life to decide where you are. Do you like yourself? Did you ever like yourself? And what don't you like about yourself now? Is it really related to the gray hair? Is it related to the wrinkles? What's going on? So how do you do that? It's not always pleasant for some of us to sit by ourselves and get inside our head and try to know ourselves. It's not as easy as it sounds. It's easier to try to know someone else that we want to date or something like that, but us, we usually don't take the time to know ourselves. And I think it is the very appropriate moment today to sit and ask yourself, what do you like? Was that choice influenced by someone else? Is that what you really like, or are you pretending to like this because the world tells you that what you should like? I remember like 2 years ago, I started letting my gray hair, not coloring my hair, because I was feeling very comfortable about it, and it's very trending now, gray hair and everything. And I started getting remarks about how I'm letting myself go, about how I'm not taking care of myself just because my hair was gray. By the way, I didn't start coloring because of that. I did because my hair is so thin. When it's gray, it looks even thinner. So I didn't feel like it was for me. But it has nothing to see with how people see us. But and also, let's not be hypocrite about it. It's okay not to want to look old. Nobody wants to look old. So this podcast is not about looking younger, but I feel like it's okay to feel younger, because nobody ever wants to look older than they are. Now, if you're doing things that put your life in danger, or having an attitude that affects your mental health because of what people may be saying or how you see yourself, that's a different matter. But there are things we can do to accept where we are and always look our best and mostly feel our best where we are at. So, as I said, it's all about the mindset. So first you get to know where you are in life. Do you like what you're doing with your life? Are you having fun? Are you enjoying your life? Because maybe if you were having the life you want, you wouldn't care about your age, which is just a number. The wrinkles on your face, they all have their story. For example, the expression lines, your smile line, I don't know how they call it, but your smile line. Would you have preferred to have a life where you laughed less, you smiled less, so you don't have that line? I don't think so. So every little expression line on your face says a story, and that story is you. So there's nothing to regret about having some wrinkles. It's okay. We just need to embrace them, and knowing that they make us who we are. We wouldn't be who we are without the experiences that gave us those wrinkles. We wouldn't know stuff. Our younger self wouldn't know some stuff that we know today without those experiences that gave us those wrinkles. So why not liking them? Why not embracing them? The life, the beautiful life expertise that you have now, you would not have it without those experiences you've had that brought you where you are right now. So whether you like where you are or not, it's part of yourself, and you have a long way to go. There are ways to change anything you don't like. There are ways to improve anything you don't like. But first, you gotta know, you gotta sit and try to find out, what do you really want? Who do you really want to be? Because who you become is not a destination, it's a journey. And no matter if you're 60, you're still on that journey. You can still become the best version of yourself. You can still become who you want to be, no matter your age. So embrace that mindset that you're still on a journey. You're in school and you're getting wiser and wiser. You're getting smarter and smarter. Make sure you learn something from each experience, good or bad. There are no bad experiences. Those are the ones that teach us the most. I know ageism is everywhere. Everywhere you go, there are always people making you feel like, it's like you reach a stage in your life where you feel like you're invisible, like you're an expired product, but it's not related to your age specifically. It probably has a lot to see with how you live your life, how you carry yourself. It's probably not about the age, and even if it were the age, so what? Yes, it pains us. For example, when I'm watching movies now and you see a 40-year-old playing the role of a grandma, and you see a 20-year-old being an FBI agent, because they choose the actors younger and younger for roles that don't suit their age. But that's how it is. They I don't know who they are. So the society wants everything to be younger, everything to look younger. Okay, but that doesn't mean you have to think the same. Think about how you were 20 years ago. Would you like to be like that foolish, that naive now? Of course, it would be great if we could look the same and have the wisdom we have now. Well, no, it's not possible. So we gotta embrace where we're at now and forget about ageism and live our present life without a number in our head, and just live it the way we feel it. For example, I have people telling me sometimes that that dress is not appropriate for your age. I'm like, well, I didn't know my dresses. Well, I understand some stuff like, you know, extra mini skirt, which by the way, you do whatever you want. But for myself, I wouldn't see myself in a mini skirt. And I could if I had the body for it. I don't. So for me, grace is not about what you wear, and I don't want people to tell me what to wear anyway. And for example, oh, that crushed me. I went out with a friend and he wanted a pizza, and I said, oh, I'm not getting a pizza today because I'm watching my weight. And he was like, well, you're too old to be on a diet. Why would you want to be on a diet? You're closer to death. I'm serious. That's exactly how he said it. You're closer to death than anything, so enjoy yourself, have fun. I guess I understand what he wanted to say, but it was really the wrong words. Yeah, have fun, don't be on a diet. I'm not on a diet, I'm eating healthy. And from time to time, yeah, I'll please myself with something else, but for my health, for my life, I want to watch my weight. It doesn't have to be the same for you. Each person decides what bothers you the most. I think that's where we should start. What bothers you the most about your age? If it's your weight, because with age, for some people, the weight comes with it. Some people 80 years old and pretty thin. And so, but for some of us, we put on some weight. If that's what really bothers you, well, take care of it. If it's your hair thinning, find a solution. Deal with the part of the age that is bothering you the most. If it's your skin, ask yourself, have you been taking care of it? Don't expect your body to just be the same over years and years without doing anything to get it better. So that's where I am. I started 2024 realizing I had stopped taking care of myself. I even forgot how to take care of myself, and I was feeling very, very bad about myself. I was dating a younger guy, and every word he would say would be very hard for me, even if he didn't intend to make me feel bad, because I realized it was because I felt bad about myself. But I was seeing myself through his eyes, even though he never really said anything about my age. He told me he always dates older women. So, but I felt, you know, him being young made me remember what I was like when I was that age. And suddenly I realized that the years had passed pretty quickly, and I didn't realize how many damage had been done. And one day he took a picture of me. We were out, and he took a picture thinking that, you know, I'd be happy. And when I saw it, of course, I didn't tell him what I felt. I was like, oh my God, is that me? Is that really me? So it didn't bother him, apparently. But that's what he said. It didn't bother him the way I was looking, but for me it was like, oh my God, that cannot be me. And so I went home, I sat in front of a mirror, I looked at my body, and then I sat on my bed and started to do the same with my mind, where I was in my mind. And no, I was not in the right mindset, and I decided to change that. By the way, that's how I started with this channel, because I realized I'm not the only one having those problems, probably. Well, pretty sure I'm not the only one going through that. And I'm like, well, let me research and try to help myself, and maybe there are other people that are going through the same thing that my journey might inspire. It's all about inspiring myself and inspiring you to live your best life now. No matter, even if you're 70, you totally should be living your best life now. So this is the first episode. Remember to subscribe so you don't miss the upcoming episodes, because we're gonna be talking about many aspects of the journey of aging, which for me means the journey to your best self. So if this content was useful to you or inspired you in some kind of way, let us know in the comments. It will help the algorithm and help the channel grow. I'll thank you in advance, and don't forget to share this content with a loved one who might need to hear some of the upcoming tips and advice. So thank you for spending this time with me. See you in the next episode.